Hello students, welcome back to part 2 of the chapter number 7, Decimals. Textbook page number 69, please open. Today we are going to study about the rounding off of decimals. Before starting rounding off, it's better to revise the previous lesson, the previous lecture which we already have done on decimals. So, as we learned that decimal is a point which separates the whole number from the fractional part, and we know that when the number from ones, tens and hundreds places, when moves from towards left, they are getting 10 times bigger, and when the numbers are moving from left to right, they are getting 10 times smaller. Means after decimal, the digit becomes 1/10th, 1/100th and 1/1000th. As we learn the place value, so this is the decimal point which is separating the whole numbers from the fractional part, and now it becomes ones, tenths, and here it goes with tenths or 1/10th. A quick review that decimal point, see, one side decimal point you are having whole numbers, and the other side of the decimal point you are having decimal values. In whole numbers, the values are unit, tens and hundreds. On the other side, on the decimal values, you are having 1/10th, 1/100th or 1/1000. Now we will start with our today's topic, and that is rounding off. We used to round off in our addition chapter, subtraction, multiplication. So we all well known about this word, what is rounding off. Okay, and how we used to do that? Yes. Can anyone please tell me how we round off any number? Exactly. When the digit is less than 4, means we will not add anything. We will remain on the same number and round off there. But if the digit is 5 or more than 5, then we will increase it with 1 and add 1 in that number to round off. See, 23. 23. So we will see this digit which is at ones place. It's 3. It's less than 4. So we are not going to add 1 in our tens. We will stay here with the same tens and make it 0. But if we are having 67, see this? It's 7. It's more than 5 or bigger than 5, so we will make it 0 and add 1 to our tens and it will be 70. Let's see more example. This is 14. 4. See, at ones place it is 4. So we will make it 0 and we will not add any digit in this tens place, and its tens is 10. Okay. But here it is 76. Means 6 is the number, unit number which is greater than 5. So we will put 0 at ones place and add ones in the tens. And this 76 turns into 80. So to revise it properly, let's sing a song.
When rounding to a certain place value, find the rounding place, then continue to look at the number to the right, man. You don't need luck. If the digit's 5 or more, then you round up. If the digit's less than 5, then you round down. That's how the rounded number is found.
When rounding up, the rounding place goes up by 1. When rounding down, it stays where it had begun. The numbers to the right of the rounded digit get
Here's a trick to use to help you choose where the digit to the right tells you to move. Draw 0 to 10 on the hill with 5 on top. A car drives until it comes to a stop. If it's 5 or more, it moves forwards. If it's 1 through 4, it moves backwards. Forward rounds up, backward rounds down. Just a little trick to help you round.
When you need to find out an approximate amount, rounding gives you numbers that are easy to count. When you need to find out an approximate amount, rounding gives you numbers that are easy to count.
Hey, I think everybody loves the song. So now you will never forget how to round off. Yes, if the digit is less than 4, you will stay there. But if it is more than 5 or 5, you will add up into the tens. So can we round off decimal? Yes, obviously the same is here. Decimal point is here, which separates the whole number and the fractional part. So here we will see this is 5, means we know that if it is 5 or more than 5, we will change it, we will add 1 in it and write it. So for this, when it is 5 or more than 5, the whole number will get 1 more and this 14 becomes 15. Here you go, there is the same number line as I told you earlier also. In the previous class you learned about the number line also. So here they point this decimal here at 14.7. So when you are having 14.7, whether it will be 14 or 15. So what you will do? Exactly, you will see this digit which is after decimal and that is 7. After decimal, the digit you have that is 7. And 7 is bigger than 5. So you know that this 14 will turn into 15 when you will write as a round off digit. So we can round off a decimal to the nearest whole number by estimating its value to the whole number nearest to it. For example, what is the estimated value of the nearest whole number? See, we will see this decimal part's value and we will round off the whole part. Round off to the nearest whole number. See, 2.4. So 4 is less than 5. So this 2 will remain 2. But if it is 2.9, so 9 is greater than 5. So this 2 will round off into 3. Whenever we will see its value, we will keep the whole number like it is or we will increase it by 1 by adding 1 in it. One more example of rounding off. How to round off a decimal to the nearest whole number? We see this is 2. The whole number is 2 and the decimal point is this, and after decimal we are having a digit which is 3. Okay, it falls here on the number line. We see that 3 is less than 5. So we will say the whole number is, or round off number will be 2. Okay, it will not change. Yes students, please open activity book page number 55. So your question number 1 is, round off the measurements in each of the following to the nearest whole number. To the nearest whole number. See, in question number A, they are giving you a line number and one pointed, this is saying 2.3. See this? 2.3. So we will see the decimal portion, that is 3. So as we know that if it is less than 4, so less than 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So we will stay on the same number. We will not add anything. So here the whole number is 2. So we will write 2.3 when round off is equal to 2. Okay. So we will write when 2.3 round off is equal to 2. The second question is to tell 17.6 centimeter rounded off to the nearest whole number. See, 17.6. So it's greater than 5. So we will say this whole number is add 1 and becomes 18. Okay. So we will write 17.6 when round off becomes 18. Now you are having another, that is 43.5. 43.5. So again we will see this decimal point. This is 5. So if it is 5 or greater than 5, then we will add 1 to the whole number. What is the whole number here? 43 means this 43. We are going to add 1 and it becomes 44. So we will write 43.5 is equal to 44 centimeter. 44 centimeter. So please write your answers neatly in your activity book. Now the next question is fill in the blanks. Okay, they're asking you 1.6 when round off will be, as you know that this 6 is greater than 5, so you will simply add 1 to the whole number, that is 1, so it becomes 2. 2.3 kg. So when you round off, you will see this 3, it is less than 5. So you will not add anything to the whole number and you will simply write the whole number like that. Number C is 27.4. 27.4 centimeter. So as you see this decimal point that it is less than 5. So here also you will not add anything to the whole number and you will write the whole number exactly it is, that is 27. 27.4 centimeter is 27 centimeter when you round off. Now next question is 96.6 gram. When you round off 96.6 gram, what it will be? Yes, you will check this as it is greater than 5. So you will add 1 to the whole number and it becomes 97 gram. 97 gram. The next question is 9.8 liter. 9.8 liter when round off, then it will be, because you know that 8 is greater than 5, so you will simply add 1 to the whole number and it becomes 10 liter. Now the last question is $9.48 cents. So as you know that this is less than 5, so you will not add anything to the whole number and $9 will remain $9. I hope you understand it. So that's all for today. You learned how to round off the decimal point also. You will apply the same formula. If it is less than 5, you will not change the whole number. But if it is 5 or greater than 5, then you will add up 1 and add up 1 and increase the whole number by 1 and write it as a round off figure. Revise the whole chapter thoroughly and fill up all the exercises in the textbook and in the activity book. But don't forget to protect yourself and others from getting sick. Wash your hands after coughing or sneezing, when caring for the sick, before, during and after you prepare food or eat food, before eating, after toilet use, when hands are visibly dirty, after handling animals or animal waste. Better to stay away from animals nowadays. Stay healthy, stay safe, keep smiling. See you soon.